just going to be me and Matt, and Tommy, my brother, is doing the wheel. We're going to go right out over there, the other side of the rocks, not the other side of the island, the other side of the rocks, to a shipwreck called the Guernsey, sunk in the 1920s. Weather's okay. It's meant to be blowing up to 5 or 6 this afternoon, so we're going to get out early. It's now currently about 20 past 8 in the morning, and we can do with the sun coming out. Need the sun to penetrate down to the depth. It's going to be about 50-52 meters this dive. I'm going to be doing about 21 minutes, which then allows me to be about 62 minutes in the water with my deco. I think about 40-42 minutes of that is going to be actually coming back up and doing the deco. And it's probably the second deepest dive I've done this year, which is not very good because we should be doing 60 meter dives. Today we were going to do the copper wreck, but now because the weather's going to blow up, we haven't gone that far. That's why I've got a trimix. Otherwise I'll be doing this 50 meter on air. Save a bit of money. Twin sets today. I was going to dive for 2 stages, but I think I'm just going to do it all 1 stage now. O2. That was 80% O2. And I've got a 1930 mix for helium trimix, which I don't really need. See if we can get it go ding ding. There's a big bell inside it. See the bell? I don't think we're going to go ding ding. Couldn't do it today.
Channel 18, channel 18.
It's almost as if it's planned. Look, it's hit the bottom. No, it's hit the bottom yet. Welcome back to Bailiwick of Guernsey Shipwrecks. I'm JP Fallais and you're joining us for a dive onto the Cairn side. Another one of the wrecks we dive quite regularly. Fairly small coaster at 590 tonnes and 165 feet long. So we're going to go right around this wreck on this dive. The bow area is slipped all the way to the starboard side, so you can see on my right some lifting gear, a winch, a couple of ship's bits to my right here, and a nice big anchor. Second stockless anchor is still in its fair lead. See it just here, the bottom left. I spy a huge pollock. See if we can find him. I think Matt has already spooked him. Plate in front is the underside of the deck with the winch above. It's a little bit the anchor chain still hanging on. You'll notice two winches here. The one to the left is for the weighing the anchors and the one to the right is for the derrick for lifting the cargo in and out the front hold. I think we've looked enough around the forecastle now. I'll have another little look underneath these winches. I'm sure I've seen a snatch block that would have been used for doubling the capacity of the winches. Yeah, this is it. Could just be a pulley block of some sort. There's all sorts of other bits and bobs. I think that might be a coil of cable there, and obviously the rest has seen better days. Bulkheads that have now started to collapse. It's this anchor line which probably would have riveted it all together at one time. Obviously all taking more damage, as you can see here. Probably crab pots or something like that. I don't think anyone's been towing nets around here. Certainly doesn't look like it. All sorts of life down on this sand. You can see there's crabs, there's a variety of different types of fish. Take a look at that wrasse, it's got green dots on it. And to the eagle-eyed people, just seen a lobster to the left, just about worth its claws out. There's some old crab pots that have been lost. I think these have been down here a while. And that grey thing that looks like cardboard, probably is cardboard. I think, or I could be wrong, but I think it's the packaging that they get the pot bait in. The tops, it comes in quite a big package. I think someone might have lost that overboard. We're entering where the wheelhouse would have been now. This is a bulkhead, probably the floor. And where Matt is now looking at that huge conger was a bulkhead which was behind the wheelhouse. is a round tube, which would have been a derrick mast. There's plenty of pout coming. Notice when we hit this shipwreck there was no pout, and now it seems like they've all come and looked to see what the commotion is. Come and say hello to us. That tube to Matt's left is probably a ventilator tube. See how they got fresh air down to the bottom of the hold. That is quite a beast. I like these darker coloured congers. Got like blue fringes. Their eyesight is so poor. It will come out, it will probably see the red flashing light on the front of my camera. I'm sure they can actually see red light. But I'm going to get out of the way before he does come out to see me. He or she. Probably a she. This thing that's hiding below is a winch. This would have been on the derrick of the for the rearmost hold. Big chunk of coal. Let's head to the stern now. Already at 24 minutes total time back to surface. It's already going to take me 25 minutes and we're not even right around the wreck yet. Oh well, let's just enjoy ourselves. Beast of a conger hidden below that. This is the bottom part of the engine, all the eccentrics and push rods. You can see some more bits from the ship. The bits are the two bits that stick up and you tie the rope around when you moor it. There's also probably one of the derricks that held the lifeboats on the seabed as well. You see Matt on the low pressure piston. It's the one furthest away from the boiler. And they reduce in size, but they actually increase in pressure. This big round thing is the boiler, the main boiler, and we know she is 14'6" diameter and 10 foot long, 180 pounds of working pressure. It's the main pipe that feeds into the engine. Also got some damage on it. This is quite normal. A crab pot could bounce over it and knock the rust off. There's other little bits and bobs, all tangled up with ropes. That's 30 minutes total time to surface. Oh well, let's carry on. This is another boiler. This is one standing up. This is what is called the donkey boiler. This would have heated their hot water, also built up the steam for the deck cranes or the deck winches, so they didn't have to have the main boiler running while they're in port and unloading. Look at that visibility. That's awesome. You see the faint flash of our strobes there. That's our way home. We're going to work our way over. I want to go and have a look at them Congers again. And here you can see more damage where it's been struck. Quite a bit on it. All the rust has disappeared. It's like an onion. Every time that happens, another piece of thickness of the steel comes off, or the iron comes off. Won't be long before there's nothing left. Converted back down to dust. Not quite sure what this thing is. I think it might be something to do with the auxiliary steering. You can see a hub to the bottom there which probably had maybe a ship steering wheel on. But I'm guessing if it is the auxiliary steering, it's been yanked from where it should be at the back of the boat. There's a couple of big Congers laying under it. See if we can film them. They're very shy. That rectangular thing is actually a 6x9 block. It's from a lazy diver that just chucked a shot down and just cut it off at the end. Thank God not all divers are like that. I imagine how much blocks would be down here if we'd done it. So I've just hooked our chain over these bits. Nice and easy, lift it off and we're away. Matt has one last look while I start working my way back up the line. I've come off my back gas now and on my 40% O2. I've still got 31 minutes left until I get to the surface. I'm still at 10 metres. Tell you what, it takes a long time when I'm not used to it. Spending 30 minutes at 6 metres gets very, very boring. And as you can see, it's very snotty as well. Shame really. This time last year we were seeing loads of jellyfish. I don't think I've seen any yet. Wasn't that boring though, because I got to see these. I think they're little horse mackerel. And I was just spending my time watching them eat the little particles. Good lads, clear the water up for us. Matt's left me. Matt's getting back on the ladder, as you can see. Back in the boat. I've still got a few minutes left. Did get a little bit scared because loads of big bubbles come up from below me. Not quite sure what that was. 5 minutes later, and now my deco's cleared. It's time to go up to the surface. I normally take at least a minute to go back to the surface from 6 meters. I just take my time, very slow, just in case, you never know. I don't know what happened there, but loads of big bubbles come up from the bottom. I'm glad I'm getting out of the water.
That was a cushy dive, eh?
That was very cushy. Hardly any tide.
We did the whole wreck.
Oh, we done the whole wreck? Yeah. There's a big conger on there, it's a big pollock.
Yeah, I saw one round the bow.
A big pollock?
Massive.
Inside.
He shit itself and then swam off.
Yeah.
He saw me and was like, woo!
That's a beast. Oh, it has gone a bit choppy, eh? I think the bumper wreck would have been a bad idea.
Shaped. Would have been dark.
Thanks for coming along with us with another dive, and we live up to our name today, the Bailiwick of Guernsey Shipwrecks. That's us done. Off to the cafe now, get a bacon bap. Bacon and mac cheese bap with tomato sauce. And it's only 12 o'clock. Having a good old feed there, aren't you?